species reducing? The most important reason is the destruction of habitat. We are also hunting them, but the most important reason is their habitats are no more. So if their habitats are destroyed because of industries, because of creating urban landscape, cities being built up, what would happen? They won't have any place to dwell, and that would be the reason that they are getting endangered. Endangered means getting less in number and slowly on the verge of getting extinct. That means they won't be available anymore for the next generations. Now, here we have a food web. In this, the graph shows how many population of ST, and U are likely to be affected if there is mass migration of V out of the habitat. If V population moves out, there is no V, what would happen? The population of U would increase rapidly, so U would increase. The population of T would also increase, but the population of S would actually decrease. Why? Because this T is numerous and this would be consuming S. So S would be reducing, U and T would be increasing, and that would be the correct option. Now here it's important to note that they are all dependent on one another. Ultimately, to control the population of U and T, V has to be there. If there is no V, these two would increase in number. But when T increases in number, there are many, let's say, animals which would feed onto the lower animals. Let's say there are many birds which would feed on insects, right? If the number of birds increases very many, the number of insects would reduce tremendously, and therefore S would decrease, U and T would increase here. So those were some of the general questions from this section. However, the topic on natural resources, calamities, is extremely wide. One term we brought in here, I did not discuss, was tsunamis. Now tsunamis are what? When you have an earthquake which is inside the ocean. That could be one of the reasons. Any huge wave generated in the ocean because of the earthquake within the ocean surface would lead to tsunami, and these are huge waves that are generated there. So that's one of the things that we missed out. There was an important tsunami in 2004 in Andaman and Nicobar which destroyed numerous Indian tribes in the region of Andaman as well. So again, an important thing that you must be familiar with. But there are other reasons as well because of which you see tsunami and its implications. But those are important as you move for the higher grades. What we have done here is introduce the major terms, the implications, and mass migration means here movement out of the region. So just moving out of a specific region in a huge number. A lot of them move out. So what would happen is what is asked in the question. I hope this was useful. If you have questions, click ask questions.